Alright, hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kara if you are new here. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I am bringing you a monthly favorites, but instead of just here's a product, here's why I love it, here you go, I am going to show you how I've been wearing each of these products. Let's get started. It is 12:40. I procrastinated this enough this morning. My first favorite is something I already washed my face with, which I just kind of did it automatically, like autonomously, and I didn't think it through. But it's the Tatcha Deep Cleanse exfoliating face wash. I love this stuff. This is a little baby version. I got the water cream and this in a little pack because if I fall in love with another $65 moisturizer, which I did, because duh, I didn't want to buy the full version because I did that with the Sunday Riley CEO one and I stopped using it, and so I got the little baby version. If you want these, this little set right here is $25 on Sephora, at Sephora. So if you guys want to try this out, I highly recommend it actually because I love these. But first things first, we are going to moisturize with the Tatcha water cream. Actually, I'm gonna put my hair back. Something fun this month that I did. I got tape-in hair extensions. And by I mean I got them, I mean I did them myself. Because I just did. I don't know, I didn't want to pay somebody to do it. I was gonna have a friend help me out and I was gonna film it. But the thing that happened was, and the thing you need to know about me, like the number one thing, is that I am a very impatient human being, and I toned my blonde myself. Basically I dyed my hair by myself, and I loved it, and I was playing around making sure that the hair extension matched, and I put one in and I was like, alright, fuck it, we're doing it. So not only is this going to be my favorites of the month, I'm also going to teach you guys some techniques I've picked up along the way from different YouTubers and bloggers that I have been finding lately. And, well, not finding, some of them are very well known. I just thought it would be really cool to show you guys my interpretation of these techniques and how I use them with my products and the things that I do. So, we are moisturized. So, I love this water cream stuff. It's like a gel moisturizer, and it has a little bit of a lighter consistency than a gel moisturizer. You put it on your face and it's literally like rubbing water on your face. It's so nice, and it's such a nice base to put on your makeup. We're gonna prime. One of these primers is Holy Grail. One of these primers is new to me. Holy Grail primer is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer, and then the new one that I've been loving lately is the Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiance. So what I do is I take the mattifying one first, put it in my T-zone area right here. Make sure an interesting place that I have learned lately that I do not, hold on, I have hair in my eyelash, that I do not prime is the underneath part of my nose. I don't prime that area, and I have apparently been wiping it away. Alright, so I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to focus this really on like this area right here because I get really oily right in here. The rest, and like it's like the unfixable kind of oily where you put mattifying primer or mattifying powder on top of it, and it's just like, it just makes it look like you're dewy, like it doesn't get rid of the shine, which I don't care about. I'm okay looking like a grease ball. I really am. I don't care. I'd much rather look like a grease ball than look dry. 100%. Then I take the Mercier Foundation Primer Radiance and put this on the cheeks, on my cheeks, and on my forehead. But it just gives the skin just a nice pearl glow to it. Now, you really have to make sure that you blend this all in because I've had streaks of it and that your foundation catches on it, and it's not cute. It's not cute. So, the reason I've been liking this is because lately I have been really, really liking dewy skin. And I always like dewy skin, but in extreme weather like summer and winter, it does not work for me. My skin is it's always too oily. So it's in the summer, it's usually oily because it's hot. In the winter, it's oily because it's dry. So I don't usually do a dewy foundation routine kind of thing. I mean, I still do it, but does it look the best? No. So I've just kind of been cheating the system, and basically me cheating the system is putting on a Radiance primer underneath my makeup on areas that I don't get as oily. First trick that we're going to put in here, and the first actual makeup product that we have been loving, is the Soft Ochre Paint Pot from MAC. I use this to prime my lids and to prime my nose, which is super interesting. I learned that from James Charles, and I have a really hard time with makeup staying on my nose. I could not touch my face all day, which is not, it's a lie, but like I could not touch my nose all day and I'd still have, my makeup would just still come off my nose. So I learned about this trick. I read about this trick somewhere, and I don't know where I read it from, but I saw it in action on James Charles's channel. And I think he did it a while ago, but he redid it in his like most asked questions about makeup or something like that. I can't remember what the video was called, but I will link it down below because it has a lot of good information for people, for makeup people. It just really does. So I'm using my Morphe E20 brush to just pat this in to my nose. The problem with makeup staying on your face, I highly suggest doing this. I thought I was gonna get super like cakey with this, and I really don't. I don't get any more oily with this technique than I normally would. MAC has a bunch of different colors of these, so you do not have to get this color. All right, next step I learned from Jaclyn Hill's new glowy foundation routine video. I just have my own products to do with that work for my skin and my color. Now that my brushes or my sponges are wet, I can't fucking get that sentence out of my mouth. I am going to show you guys what I've been doing for foundation lately, which is start out with 2 stick foundations. And like I said, I learned this trick from Jaclyn Hill's tutorial because I thought the way she did her glowy makeup would really, really work for me if I just tweaked the products just a little bit. This works for me. I am going to use the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation in Light, Medium, Neutral. This is the best Tarte foundation. And then this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in Warm Porcelain. This is such a good foundation, and it's cheap. It's not cheap. It's cheaper. It's $25, and I have like 6 or 7 colors of these because I never know what goddamn color I am. Especially when I'm self-tanning, I never know what color I am. So I go in with the Tarte one. I have like barely any of these left. Trust. So I use the least amount of this product because this just warms up the skin just slightly. Don't worry. Don't worry. I kind of keep it in the perimeter of my skin, really. But if you want to try a Tarte foundation, I would go with this one. And if you have multiple stick foundations, store your stick foundations upside down so you can read the label. I don't know how many times I've accidentally grabbed one of these and it's not the right shade. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia one, and I go in between wherever I put and the Tarte one, and then I bring this one down my neck because it is a little bit warmer, so it just kind of pulls everything together. Then I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I am in the color N1N Creme. And I just pump a few pumps of this on the back. Damn. This happens every time I use this foundation. So anyway, I'm going to take a few pumps of this. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge because I'm liking the flat side of it, and I'm just going to pick up some of this foundation and just blend this all together. So the reason I started putting on all of this foundation was because I have been having a really hard time covering my acne scars, and I always have a really hard time covering my acne scars. I'm gonna have to go in and blend this. I always had a really hard time going in and covering my acne scars. So I've been trying different techniques, and this one is probably the best one for right now. This one's the best one for right now because it doesn't last as long over my acne scar. So when you go over your nose, I just stopped myself. When you go over your nose, make sure it's one of the last things you do. Like if you did this whole section, then go in with your nose. Don't pick up more product on your sponge and then go over your nose, because you don't want a lot of product on your nose, but you just want to make your nose match the rest of you. So that's all I do. These aren't really, these are favorites, but these aren't new. And then we're going to go in with Fair Neutral just a little bit, and basically just because this brightens it up. And then we're going to blend it out. These Real Technique sponge are also favorites of mine because I've been using these non-stop. This little purple one is like life. I'm going to go in and set this with my Dermablend powder. And we're just going to bake a little bit. I brought baking back. I always bring baking back spring, summertime because I need it more spring, summertime than I do in the winter. Alright, the next trick I learned is also from Jaclyn Hill, but she did it a little differently than I did because I cannot go in with that Lancome powder and expect my face to not look like I can fry some French fries on it at the end of the day. Not even at the end of the day, 2 hours later. So I took her technique and just used a different powder. I am using the Sephora Micro Smooth powder, and this is in the color Nude. I take exactly what she says, so the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist on the flat side, and then I just kind of, again, tap off the excess. I don't want a lot of products because I don't want to ruin my powder. And just press this into the skin. The next step is something I have been doing for a while. I just haven't done it on camera, which is taking some Fix Plus and spraying your face down at this point because you have so much, I have so much powder on my face, you have so much powder on your face. You want to lock this part in before you move on to anything else because this part is the most important part to the whole look. If I had a different clean one, it would be cuter than this, but I'm actually going to take the back or this again and press all this Fix Plus into my skin. Alright, so I actually learned that trick from Melissa Ashley. She does that with her powders and stuff because it gets right underneath the eyes, which is a very good tip. Skin is done. I'm going to hop off and do my eyebrows really quick because I'm just trying to make this process faster. There's nothing new there. It's the same. I will be right back. I just primed my lids with the Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Sorry, I dropped my lash glue. First, we're going to go in with the Soft Glam palette. I never thought I could love a palette so much since I bought the Dare to Create palette. Now, let me say something about this palette. This palette is so right up my street. I don't know. Like, I feel like they made it for me. Like, Burnt Orange, Sienna, Rustic. These three are like my favorite warm shades ever of life. Dusty Rose is my favorite cool tone. Like, oh, the Mulberry, just like, oh my god. You can do anything with this look. You can go from really light to like sultry and awesome. So I love this, I love these shadows. I love this palette. It's the best. So we're first going to go in. I'm just going to go in with a big fluffy shader brush and go in with tempera just to set my lid space. All these brushes have been used pretty much exclusively with this palette, so they're all kind of dirty, and I'm sorry about that. I've been doing all sorts of looks with this palette, but I'm going to do a little bit more of a sultrier look just because that's the vibe I'm on today. I'm on that vibe today. So we're going to go in with Orange Soda. Actually, you know what? The only thing that is missing in this palette is a very important thing that we will get to. But I'm going to go in with Orange Soda just a little bit in a big fluffy brush and blend. Actually, I'm going to zoom you in. And we're just going to do this. Blah, blah, blah. Actually, before I realize this, I actually don't know what I'm doing. So I know I said sultry, but I'm going to do this eye first and then I will be back to show you this eye. Alright, so I finished this eye. I'm not completely done with it yet because there are some things that I want to show you, y'all. Back to our palette. We're going to go in with Orange Soda and just do a little transition, nothing crazy. Next, we're going to go in with a Morphe M433, and we're going to go in with Burnt Orange, and I go in with that on the tip of the brush, knock off the excess, and then I go in horizontally and then blend it out vertically. So go in with my crease a little bit lower than that burnt orange color. I'm going to try to keep it as light, you see, as light as I can in the inner corner because I have a trick for y'all to do a quick ass cut crease. But I like to do this and then I like to bring it down here, and then I'm going to go in vertically with my brush and go in little circle motions to blend this all out. Same brush, I'm going to go in with Sienna. A little bit lower this time. Just right in here. I'm actually going to keep Sienna away from the inner corner here. I'm going to go in with an M513 from Morphe with Rustic. And just place that in the outer corner. Blend it, and then whatever's left on the brush, bring it up into the crease. I'm going to take a little bit of mulberry on this 3-2-1 brush and just place the mulberry in this outer corner and just kind of flick it on to here and up a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with a M441. Just kidding. I'm just going to take a 513. Yeah, why not? So, and just blend that out. Just blend that out. Whatever brush doesn't have that mulberry product on it. And then we're going to go in with Cypress Umber. Same brush, same technique. Just a little bit higher and more in that outer corner and not so much on the lash line. And again, blending it out. Blending it out. I'm just going to take a little bit Rustic and just kind of fill in that gap right there. And then I'm going to take a MAC. This is a 283, I think. It's a dual fiber blending brush. And I'm just going to blend all of that. Just to make sure I don't want any harsh lines. And then I'm going to take a Morphe 124 brush. If you don't have these brushes, I have like 10 of them. They're so good. They're so good for packing down color. They're so good for doing underneath. They're so good for doing a little lash line action, which is what we're going to use them for today. I'm going to go in with Noir and just kind of put that on the outer half of the lash band horizontally, then taking it vertically and just blending. Blending, blending, blending. And my bottom lash line, I'm going to mix Burnt Orange and Sienna, and just buff this out on the underneath. Then Rustic, I'm doing the same brush. I like to use the same brush. I think the colors melt a little bit better when you do it on the same brush. Keeping Rustic kind of, actually no, I'm going to put Rustic everywhere. And then I'm going to take Cypress Umber. Took a little bit too much. And then this is what I'm going to keep on that outer corner. So I'm going to take another one of those M124 brushes and take the shade Tempera. So basically what I do here is do a little bit of a shadow type cut crease. I do a shadow type cut crease, 1 because it's easier, 2 faster, 3 softer. So I just do the same thing I would with a concealer brush. Just go in with that Tempera shade. And then blend it out. I actually learned that trick accidentally, which is funny, because I was just playing around and all of a sudden I put Tempera there and I was like, oh, but shit, it looks like a cut crease. It works. It works. She works. The only thing that this palette is missing is my type of inner corner glow gold shade. Now they have Glistening, which is beautiful, Fairy, that's beautiful. They have these shimmer shades or these metallic shades over here, but they're not my right kind of gold. I get a little weird with gold. So we're gonna use probably my favorite product of this month, and that is the ABHxAmrezy highlight. Now, homegirl outdid herself with this. Like, she really did. Like, this is my favorite highlight. This is my favorite highlight formula of life. Like, of absolute freaking life. It's so nice. The color is so flattering on every single person. Every single swatch I've seen on darker women, lighter women than me, oh my god, it's just beautiful. This melts into the skin. This just is beautiful. And especially with the techniques that I'm going to show you guys right now, it's going to make it extra beautiful. What I'm actually going to do with this first is put it on my eyes, because I love tying my highlight together all throughout my face. I just think it's really pretty. pretty. I'm going to take that same M4 or M124 brush that I used to cut out my crease with. And we're going to take some of the ABHxAmrezy highlighter, take some Fix Plus, spritz that down, and we're just going to pack that. So my favorite lashes for this month are actually the Tarte Faux Mink lashes, and like you can see what they are when I do this. These are the Style Goddess. I'm gonna pop those on, and then we're gonna finish the look. Highlight time. Highlight time. So I like to take my little baby purple sponge. This is a huge favorite of mine this month. This has come in handy countless times. So I'm going to take this and my Farsali rose gold elixir 24 karat gold infused beauty oil and put this on the flat side of this. This one has a flat side and then a flat top, which is so nice. I'm just going to put a drop or two of oil. There's a little spot right there where the oil goes every time. And I'm just going to press this where my highlight will go. I learned this trick from Amanda Ensing, and she, yeah, this is the best. This is the best highlighting trick I've seen in ever, actually. This is the best highlighting trick ever. I do this everywhere where I'm not going to get super oily, so just my forehead and my cheeks. Then I'm going to go in with my ABHxAmrezy highlighter and with my sponge, my damp sponge, we're going to go in, and this is something I learned from Jaclyn Hill. So we're just using all sorts of tips and tricks today. And just have that highlight just blend. Oh, blend right into the skin. Alright, now we're going to do our nose, but we're going to do a little bit of Fix Plus situation on our nose. And we're going to take it on the swatchy bridge. I like to do this with my finger because just not enough product gets put there. And then down the bridge a little bit. Ooh. For my lips, this has actually probably been one of my favorite things to do and in my favorite combo. This is the MAC Stripdown Lip Pencil, and this is the Rihanna's Fenty Balm. Fenty Balm, oh my god. Fenty Beauty's Gloss Bomb. I call all Fenty Beauty's products Rihanna's. Like, they're Rihanna's foundation. It's Rihanna's Gloss Bomb. It's Rihanna's highlight. Like, they're all, it's Rihanna. It's Rihanna's. So I'm just going to line the outside of my lips with this pencil. Then fill in the middle with the Gloss Bomb. And you got yourself a juicy lip. Tear them in a little bit. So see how I just kind of feathered it in on the sides, and I'm kind of just going to leave this empty. Just like that. And so you're going to look crazy for about 10 seconds until you put on the best lip gloss in the whole entire world. Swear to God, best lip gloss ever. So this is the final look using all my favorite products for this month. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I just wanted to do something different. I've been watching favorites videos for years and years and years and years and years, and they're all the same, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. So if you like it, please give it a thumbs up to let me know that I should keep doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and comment this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!